alchemy class. I do to be Aurora Cat, and I am here to teach you all the mystic art of alchemy.
Oh, I do to be Flora, the adorable bridge troll. That's me. That's my bridge over there. And I'm really just here to eat my lunch. See, I got cabbage juice. It's the best kind. Once you get past the smell, it's really good. And then I got my hard-boiled eggs. I like to eat them with ketchup. And then some raisins, because they're good.
Of course. Laura, did I say ketchup?
Yes?
This is, in fact, lion's blood. What? I think you may have stumbled onto the key to the greatest riddle in alchemy.
Really?
The process of turning base metals into gold.
What?
Now,
Ketchup?
in order to do this, we will need a sample of a base metal. Does anyone have an old penny in their pocket?
I have one.
Perfect. Let's see. And my lady, if you could read the numbers written thereupon. 2,000. 2000. That is my lucky number. Let's hold up and see if we have a penny. Now, I need only apply the penny to the lion's blood. And let's
Perfect like that.
let's shake that about a little bit, get it good and covered. And we shall return this pence to thee as gold.
Ooh.
Now, while that works as magic, I think it's time to explain the 3 principles of alchemy. The first principle, propose an experiment. Can you all say that? Propose an experiment?
Propose an experiment.
Thank me kindly. That is to determine what is it you're actually trying to do here. Second step, propose a hypothesis. Propose a hypothesis?
Propose a hypothesis.
That is, a hypothesis is a fun one.
Aye.
And that is just, what do you think is going to happen because of the things that you did here? What is the result? Why did this happen? And of course the third, and this is the most important one for us.
Yes.
Record the results.
Aye. Record the results.
Record the results.
I remember better if I say it out loud.
Wondrous well. Now that we know these principles, I think it's time to test them. For that, I say I might take one of these here hard-boiled eggs.
It's my lunch though.
But it's for alchemy.
All right, in that case.
Hard-boiled egg. And my lord from the future, I'll confirm, this is indeed a hard-boiled egg. Indeed.
Everyone see, it's hard-boiled. There's no shell on it.
Hi.
No tricks.
And I propose that I might light a fire inside this bottle and place it on top. And then we come to our second step. I've designed my experiment. Now I need to propose a hypothesis. I propose that the heat from that fire will turn the egg into gold.
That would be a gold egg.
Does anyone in the audience have a hypothesis?
What do you think's gonna happen? This one, yes.
The
egg
egg
is
will
gonna
fall
fall
into the bottle.
That's really smart. That could happen. Hi. Do you have one too?
Ooh.
That's really
I think we've got some clever
Aye.
alchemists here.
We do. Does anybody else have a proposal of what might happen? Yes.
I think it'll become a fried egg.
Fried egg.
That would be a
That's even better for
transformation.
my lunch. Yes. Go into the
Go into the bottle. That's
Aye,
a
aye.
popular idea.
Aye, yes.
Burn to
Burn to
ashes.
ashes. I like
Always
that
a possibility
one.
when we have
Aye.
fire.
Aye. Does anyone else have a hypothesis? Yes.
I think the heat is gonna make it like explode.
See? That's my thing too. It's gonna explode.
All right. Well, only one way to find out. Let's
Yes.
light a fire and try this. Flora, will thou assist by holding the egg?
Certainly.
And let us start by getting fire.
Fire.
So we're going to light this in, and then Flora, we must act quickly once this takes. Has that taken?
No. No. I might have to do it again.
Oh dear, that might be some trouble. Let's pull that out again. Well, let us see what happens in a moment.
Fire needs oxygen.
Fire does need oxygen.
It walks.
It also needs not to just blow out, which I think is what happened now. We'll see.
Sometimes when you try experiments, they don't always work and you gotta try them again, that's all.
All right, let's get this good and burning. Come on. Do we have a fire? We have fire! Fire! On top.
Fire! Oh, I don't know. Did it go out?
Watch. Let's watch it.
Can everyone see it?
Can everyone see the tank?
Is the fire burning?
Let's see what happens. Let's continue to watch.
Is it exploding?
Is it going to turn to gold? Let's see.
It looks like it's getting like thinner.
It does a
Maybe
bit.
It does.
You have to
Very
observe
slowly.
carefully.
Maybe it thins and then it explodes.
Possibly.
Maybe it's going to hatch.
Maybe. I was going to say, you never know what happens with a hard-boiled egg.
No. Let's see what's happening.
Let us see what is indeed happening.
Is it actually happening?
Is it still burning?
Did our fire go out?
The fire did to go out, but it appears
Is it working?
It looks like the egg just got went.
Fire.
Fire!
Pour like just fill it
Fire!
with gasoline and then put the
Yes.
I was going to say,
Then it would really explode. That would be.
let us give the fire control. Well, it does appear.
Should we try it again?
Flora, I think it's time to accept one of the principles that one must learn in alchemy.
Yes. Which
Sometimes experiments fail.
is, this is true. It's true. It happens.
But that means that it's time to come to our most important step here. Record what happened so we know what to do for next time.
Good. I
So-
brought my book here.
Time to record the results. And can you all say what the step is?
Record your results!
Thank you kindly. Alas.
There's my. This is how I recorded.
Oh well, but remember though, recording the results is the only thing separating alchemy from mere shenanigans. So we always write things down, even if they don't work. Speaking of shenanigans, I think it's time for another experiment.
Yes. Which one?
Flora, I need your raisins.
The raisins too.
Ah yes, the raisins too.
I just got
Oh,
no
raisins.
lunch now. Took my eggs and my raisins. Well, I still got my cabbage juice though, so that's good.
Ah, well, I say, for this I shall need an assistant.
Not it.
Not it.
You there are with the purple on my wrist. And with the Alpheus. Yes,
Now,
please.
What be thy name?
A round of
Maddie?
accolades for Maddie. And Maddie, the experiment I'm going to propose, if thou to come over to the side here, is...
Wait. Do we remember our steps?
Exactly, we're going to begin by proposing an experiment.
Propose an experiment.
I propose that I can take these raisins and combine them with the effervescent dew taken from the mountains. And to combine together the virtue of the mountain dew shall turn the raisins to gold.
All right. So that's your. What's the second step?
That is my
Hypothesis.
hypothesis.
I think you guys.
Someone thinks they're going to explode. Do we have any other hypotheses? What do you think will happen here?
I think that the raisins they might expand.
Expand and get bigger.
All right. Does anyone else have a hypothesis of what might happen if we put the dew from the mountains and the raisins together?
Possibly.
Yes.
I think they're going to dissolve.
They
going to
dissolve.
dissolve.
We have one dissolving hypothesis. Yes, princess in the back. Another explosion. Yes, that's my vote.
I was
think
gonna say-
it's gonna explode. We're gonna have an explosion.
They'll turn back into grapes.
Turn back into grapes. Oh, that would be a remarkable
Yes.
transformation.
Maybe nothing. Maybe so.
Possibly.
All right.
So, my good
Does anyone
Maddie.
else? Oh, wait. We have another
one more
princess.
hypothesis.
It explodes.
Explodes. We've got a lot of explosions
I have a
here
whole
today.
team explosion. That's what I'm gonna call it.
I was going to say, we've got Team Explosion. Do we have anyone on Team Gold?
It's got team
Oh, we've got a
gold.
few on Team Gold as well. So, if thou couldst empty these raisins into this bottle. There we are. Let's put them about so they're well spread. And then, see if this will do this without exploding on its own right. Oh dear.
It's exploding a little bit already.
As I said, this dew gathered from the mountain is effervescent, which means full of bubbles.
I'm gonna count that as 1 point for team explosion.
Now, good Maddie, If thou couldst hold the bottle while I pour this in.
It's gonna explode.
And that looks like a goodly amount. So let us set it this here and see what happens.
All right, so far it's bubbling.
Bubbles? Oh. The raisins float!
Oh my goodness.
I think it's witchcraft. It's gonna blow up.
It appears that the raisins float to the surface.
It looks like
They
they're
live.
dancing. They like to dance.
They live, they dance, they float.
Right. Can everyone see it? Oh, they stopped.
No, they're moving.
You see?
They're alive.
A round of applause for our assistant Maddie. Thank you for helping my assistant's experiment. Please return to our seats. Huh, well, that was exciting.
Sure was.
Huh. Who's up for another experiment? Woo! Flora, I need your cabbage juice.
That too?
Yes.
All
for
right.
alchemy.
All right.
It's for alchemy.
Alchemy, I will sacrifice it.
All right.
Wait, isn't cabbage juice supposed to be green?
This is red cabbage juice taken from a red cabbage.
Oh.
That's what I thought too. But then I found the red cabbages and made the cabbage juice.
Smells delightfully of brimstone, quite a thing. Liquid of an undetermined color. So, I propose for my experiment that we might pour this cabbage juice into 2 bottles. And into one of those bottles, we might add vinegar. Let's see, is this vinegar? No, that's water.
I think it's in the other one.
Ah, let's see. When experimenting with chemicals, always waft the smell. Yes, that's vinegar. That is vinegar indeed.
Right.
So to one of them I shall add vinegar, and to the other I shall add powdered limestone.
All right. So if that be our experiment, what be our next step?
Propose a hypothesis.
Does anyone remember the second step of alchemy?
Propose
A hypothesis, right?
Exactly. I hypothesize that the limestone will precipitate out, which means falling out of the liquid, into gold.
So we're on the gold, team gold. What is some other hypothesis? What's going to happen if we mix these together?
Explosion. Bubble over.
It might bubble over.
Always a
All right.
possibility.
I heard another one for team explosion. Right?
It's gonna
All right.
overflow.
Yes,
Overflow.
Turn into gold.
Okay.
Gold. Gold.
Maybe foam.
I get
up.
foam,
All right.
explosion, gold,
Overflow.
overflow.
Explosion, team explosion. Yes. Maybe bubbles. All right. Yes. Another explosion.
Lots of things for team explosion.
I should have counted. Anyone else have a hypothesis? We have explosion.
No.
We have bubbles. We have gold. We have bubbling over.
It's gonna turn into a fairy and fly away.
And turn into a fairy and fly away. I like that one.
That
Anyone
is a
else have a
remarkable.
hypothesis before we run the experiment? All right.
In this case, I will need once again an assistant. May I actually have you two in the red and the blue?
All right.
2 assistants here. So,
What be thy names? Turn and face the crowd. Tell them your names. A round of applause for Claire and Anna. Claire and Anna. Excellent.
so Claire, I shall begin with thee. I'm going to pour this into this bottle. You can see we have good purple cabbage juice from good purple cabbages. Good choice.
I love purple. It's the best one. Really. That's why I picked those cabbages.
And if thou couldst hold this and hold it out so that the audience may see. Perfect. And to that, I shall realize I have this spoon and therefore take a stick.
Of course I have a stick. I have
Wondrous
lots of
well. So,
I love
if thou
sticks.
couldst hold that out, and I shall put some limestone within. And then,
Oh, hold it up real high.
hold it up good and high. Let us see what happens. May I take this, good Claire? It turned to blue.
Oh, look at that.
Thank you, good Claire. And now Anna, 'tis thy turn next. It's not blue? What color is it? It's not gold, true. It's not gold, but we've had something happen. I will count that as a success.
Aye, it turned blue.
Well, we'll see what happens. try some vinegar. And let me just put a little bit of cabbage juice into this as well. You can see once again we're starting off nice and purple.
Purple, the best color, purple to start with.
Okay, good, Anna. If thou couldst hold that very carefully.
Hold it so everyone, well, you got to pour the other. So everyone sees, you see it's purple, right? You can see it starts purple.
Let us add in the vinegar. Let's see if we get gold this time.
Ooh, it's turning red.
It turned red.
So look. Well, still no gold, but we've had something happen. So that, I think, brings us to the next stage in the experiment. Good,
Wait,
Flora.
if you pull them
Thank you,
both
Anne.
together, wouldn't you get purple
Oh
again?
yeah, our last one. We forgot our last step. What's our last step?
Record the result.
Exactly. Let us write this down, good Flora.
So recording.
I have a question.
Ah, yes.
Shenanigans.
If you guys poured
alchemy
those
here.
both together, would you get purple again?
Quite possibly. Shall we find out?
Yes.
Indeed.
It's a new hypothesis.
Gonna
I
explode.
like this.
It's gold.
Go.
It's purple.
I knew it. Explode. Explode.
Indeed.
Did.
Good call on that experiment.
Aye. Oh, and a round of applause for our volunteers. Aye, great job.
Good, Flora and Anna. And thank you for that good hypothesis there, Maddie. Ah. This is fun.
Aye, it is. Mistress Cats, though. I know we have the one thing. What's the other thing?
Oh, powdered unicorn horn.
Powdered unicorn horn.
Why'd you powder a unicorn?
It's ethically sourced. It was already
Indeed,
off the
indeed.
unicorn. I promise we would never do horrible
They
things.
shed every year just like DA, and sometimes
Aye.
you get them stuck in the trees.
Oh, we have a question. Yes.
He wants to volunteer.
You want
All
to
right.
volunteer? Wonderful.
So what can we do with that?
We could add water and see what happens.
All right, I like that. So that's our experiment. We're gonna add water to the powdered unicorn horn.
There's our water.
What do we propose will happen? Gold! Turn to gold. All right, we've got team gold.
Yes, on Team Gold.
Explode! In the back. Gold.
Gold.
Yes. You have that hypothesis? Gold. Yes.
Blue and white.
Blue and white. All right. Yes. Gold. Oh man, everybody's on team gold now. We
I was
didn't have an
gonna say.
explosion yet. Yes.
Sparkles.
Sparkles. Ooh, yes. Blue. All right.
Explosion.
Explosion.
We're gonna turn into a unicorn again.
Yes.
Oh.
It'll be a unicorn again. That's what I was gonna say. A bunch of tiny little unicorns, maybe, and then they'll go dance across the thing.
What about the patty?
Any other hypothesis before we run the experiment?
In that case, my lord with the red hat, did you wish to assist with this hypothesis?
And what be thy name, good sir?
Sean. It's not Sean, I'm sorry. Jonathan, I am so sorry. I gave it the Irish
All right.
pronunciation.
Round of applause for Jonathan.
Good Jonathan. Thank you for assisting, good Jonathan. So I'm going to say, let us add some water to a bowl. This is something that I learned when making noodles with my father. Always add the liquid first.
Aye.
I don't know if that'll actually help in this case. But then let's add in
All of it. More explosion.
some of that. We're not seem to be exploding.
Do you want to mix it, Jonathan?
Indeed. Jonathan, would you assist me by helping me by mixing? Just stir it together.
Yep, there we go.
I think something's already happening.
Yeah. I was going to say, we already have an interesting change in color. Let's
What
give that-
color is it, Jonathan?
It's light blue. So somebody did say blue and color changing, right? But I think something else is happening.
This looks a bit slimy. Should we add more powdered unicorn horn?
I think so. Let's add some more.
You think explosion?
Still waiting for an explosion. I'm holding out for an explosion.
I was going to say, let's add a bit more and see what happens
More
here.
explosion. Did it turn into that thing where it's like, if you like hit it with force, it's solid?
Could you help me go stir?
Maybe.
Possibly. That might be why it's so hard to stir.
Yeah, why don't we try it
Yep.
once it's mixed up?
Because the more we add force to the stirring, the more solid it seems to become.
Does anyone want to touch it?
Harder for me to
Harder to mix,
Jonathan,
right?
take it
When you add
first.
force to it? Does anyone want to touch it and find out what the properties are? All right. Here, I'll take it off.
It is on Jonathan's finger.
Sticky, slimy, but hard to stir because it seems to turn solid. A round of applause for Jonathan.
Yay, Jonathan!
If you want to wipe it off here.
Punch it.
I won't need that back.
Okay.
Right? Well, it's harder when you put force on it.
You did.
Anybody else want to touch it?
Second.
What should we call it? Oobleck. Oh, I like that.
I like that name. We have created Oobleck.
It's like liquid, but also it's hard when you push it, right? It's liquid, huh? Want to touch it too?
Huh.
You feel it's hard when you hit it, though.
I don't have water though.
Too, right?
I'm still sad about the egg. Huh. You in
Perchance.
the red cap, you look as though you have a suggestion. Sorry. Ah, yes, Flora will be back around to give that a touch.
What about the
You
penny
did
in
thought it
the
was going
lion's
to turn
blood?
blue.
Oh, we shall return to that penny and the lion's blood anon. Just a moment. We've got other experiments to do
All right.
first.
Yes, we do. One more.
I was going to say, there's something over on this side that we should play with it as well.
Yeah, you see how it feels, but then it's like hard too. It's different. All right. So, Mistress Cat,
Ah, yes, Flora?
I like this alchemy stuff.
Hi.
So, what? I have another experiment. Can I propose one now?
Go ahead. What experiment do you propose?
Well, we have the leftover of the one thing, right?
Alright, we've got plenty of powdered limestone left.
Yes, the powdered limestone. And then we have leftover vinegar, right?
Aye, that we do.
Aye. What if we put them together as our next experiment?
I think that sounds great. Maybe
All right.
that will finally give us gold.
Maybe gold.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
it'll
gold.
explode.
Not explosion. A golden explosion. Yeah.
Golden explosion sounds fantastic.
All right. Do we have any other hypotheses for this one? Yes.
It's gonna explode this whole place when it turns into gold.
Oh, that one. Maybe we'll get unicorns this time. Yes, fairy princess in the back. Maybe gold. All right.
I'm so glad
We
we
have
have people
some
seeing
gold. We have some explosions. We have tiny unicorns. Anybody else have a hypothesis?
Gold explosion.
Gold. Gold explosion. That would be exciting.
Since
It
this
will
is
give you
my
wings.
experiment.
No, I think of the explosion, and under the explosion, once the smoke releases, be a giant ingot of gold.
That would be extremely cool, and I really hope that's what happens.
All right.
Flora, since you proposed the experiment, would you do the honors?
Surely, sure.
I believe this is our vinegar.
Just in case it explodes this time, I'm gonna give it a lot of space and see
right.
what happens. Is everybody ready?
We got an explosion!
It finally exploded!
Oh, that is wondrous!
What if we
Flora,
do it again?
well done.
Gold.
I love it! I love it! It exploded!
That was so fun!
Do it again.
One more time! Do a bit more?
The rest!
Another.
I love it! Oh, yeah, Flora. Take care. Not that well?
Yup, I just got too excited. Someone got me. Oh no.
Oh, that's all right.
It's alright. I'll survive.
This is correct, Flora. Let's write that down.
Hold on. I had to write, we didn't record the results of the last one.
Aye, let's write that as
really
well.
Quickly. We said that was oobleck. Let me see. Let's write down our explosions.
Huh, that was satisfying. I love when alchemy does something we predicted.
I do too. Can we do something else that might explode? We finally got our explosion, right?
Possibly. Now, I suspect that the vinegar and the limestone were somehow of opposing natures. Remember, when we put them in the cabbage juice, the limestone turned blue before we added vinegar and it turned back purple,
Right.
and the vinegar turned red. So I propose if we found two other things of opposing natures, then that might also explode.
Let's see. What if we took dragon's bile?
Oh, this stuff is
Disgusting,
unstable. I have to
right?
keep it in the dark.
Right? And are very, very sweet.
Oh.
You can't really get more opposing than that, right? Dragon Bile and fairy treats, like they're opposites completely.
I never start without
Right,
them.
right.
So that is our proposed experiment. What do we hypothesize shall happen?
Gold.
I think it'll turn into glitter.
Gold, glitter.
Yes.
It'll explode.
Explode.
Yes. Explode. All right, we got 2 for explosions. Yes. Gold. All right, 1 for gold. Yes.
Those
Maybe
sound
they'll
like opposing
neutralize
natures.
each other.
You are a clever alchemist.
Yes, fairy princess. Glitter. All right, I like glitter. So we got gold, glitter, or explosions, or neutralize each other. Yes.
It might like start to bubble, but won't really explode, but will start to bubble.
A bubble. All right. Anyone else have a hypothesis? Yes. Bubbles.
Bubbles,
All right.
lots for bubbles.
All right.
Now-
I like these odds.
If these are of highly opposing natures, I think that this might be a bit too big an explosion for the stage. So let's turn our attention over here.
Can everyone see it?
Can you all see me over here? All right.
There we go.
We've got our bottle of Dragon Bile. We've got our fairy sweets. Let's see what happens when they combine.
Maybe this will be a really big explosion.
Oh! It's like
I'm
a-
thirsty. Can I have some?
I would not recommend it. Dragon Bile is not a favorite thing of mine.
I have a fairy.
Explosion!
Why not?
Yay!
There aren't tons of them. Go ahead. If there are any left, one at a time. It is still going.
It's like an ongoing explosion. It's just bubbling over and bubbling over. Does anyone remember our last step? Record the results. Right. Oh, we gotta come back to that one. I'm gonna
And
record.
we are still bubbling here. Laura, could you recall the results?
Yes, I am right now. There we go. Here's our results.
And I think that, by popular request, brings us back to that coin that we left in the lion's blood earlier.
Oh, maybe this will be the gold we've been looking for and waiting for.
So let us pull this on out.
Maybe we can give it to the sheriff when he wants his taxes. Gold.
All right, it's gotten quite warm, probably because it's sitting in the sun. And let us wipe off the lion's blood. And well, might not be gold, but certainly has become very shiny, so I will count that as a success.
It is shiny. I bet you could probably still trick the sheriff.
I
Shiny
imagine we
enough-
could.
Shiny enough to kill him. You won't know.
My lady who did give me the coin, if that was to confirm the numbers are still the same.
Now it's gonna smell like.
Witchcraft! This is witchcraft! Huh, she's a witch!
Learn that mistake, witchcraft.
And I believe that brings us to the end of today's lesson.
Oh, excellent.
I thank you all for joining me in advancing the field of alchemy.
Round of applause for our assistants and all of your help in the audience. You're a very smart audience.
Thank you all for helping me advance the field of alchemy. I have been Aurora Katz.
And I am Flora, the adorable bridge troll. And I gotta find more lunch now. She used it all.
You enjoy your festival day.